Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. Now here's Duren. Out to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He takes it.
That is what I'm talking about.
Wow.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
BA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Thompson outside. Pass to Harris. Out to Thompson. There's the triple. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Three-pointer, Harden. And he buries his first look.
Dialed in from deep. Harden understands when he should look to shoot the three ball.
And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And at 6'10", Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Harden drives in. It's tipped.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Harris on the wing. On the wing, Thompson. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Steps back. And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Harden's got 7.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
Here's Thompson. Oh, he hammers it down in the face of Kawhi Leonard. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Here's Harden. That one is off.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that.
Oh, that was incredible! Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Both teams deciding to change it up. Clippers trail by 3. 1:41 left to play in the first. Dunn outside. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Simmons. Fires at the elbow. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. 9 points in the game.
Well, a master from the mid-range. Harden's so good at finding available space from that distance.
Harris a screen. Back to Hardaway. Cunningham looking it over. On the take. And the shot goes in.
And Cade Cunningham earning every bit of those points, just driving against contact and still able to focus and finish.
Down low. Simmons, no good.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Soft touch off the glass.
This is where Simmons is most comfortable shooting from. Once he's this deep, feed him.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Harris. Cunningham outside. Now Hardaway. He's scoreless. Top of the key. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Jalen Duren has been leading the charge for Detroit. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be.
The Pistons, 16.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
Here's Dunn. Back to Zubac. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Batum's shot is off. Detroit leading by 5. Some room here for Schroeder. The rebound by Bogdanovic. Well, Brent, this is the 8th season for Bogdanovic. He's as steady as a metronome, man.
You know, the thing, B.A., I don't think guys appreciate him as much as they should in that off-guard position. He is gritty and competitive. He can shoot the ball. He's willing to take big shots. And I love the pace and competitiveness he plays with.
The shot's good.
And Batum showing off where he gets in there aggressive and sniff that one out.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Here's Stewart. Back to Schroeder. Beasley outside. Here's the 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Clippers trail by 3. Batum outside. From the arc. Drills it from deep. Batum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Batum pretty consistent from the three-point line. Defenses cannot afford to give him that kind of slack.
Pass to Holland. That one falls. And the Pistons lead by 2.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Holland can't hit. And here's Zubac. No points yet. Dunn outside. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul of the game. And timeout called by Ty Lue. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Graham, when you talk about consistency in officiating game to game. You think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Harden can't hit. The Pistons leading. To the middle. Here's Stewart. Great D that time from Zubac.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Harden scanning the floor. Out to Leonard. Fires for three. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Leonard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And it's Beasley penetrating. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And the agility on Beasley's drive, really tough for the defense to deal with.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This team deserves winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Outside Harden. Count it. His 4th bucket and 8 shots.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. There's 47 seconds left in the half. Pass to Harris. Out to Beasley. Lets it fly. Powell pulls it in.
Mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And it's Detroit with the ball. Harris on the wing. And here's Beasley. Out to Schroeder. Pass to Beasley. It'll count. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
What an ending to the first half. A buzzer-beating 3 to take the lead.
26.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Pistons on top, leading by 3. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Brent, almost your ideal shooting guard. Malik Beasley doesn't try to do too much.
The biggest thing, B.A., is the turnover percentage that he's led the league in. Malik Beasley just simply doesn't give up the ball. He makes good, steady decisions, shoots the ball at a high clip. So that kind of reliability, that's what he's paid for.
Back to Cunningham. Duran with it. Kicks it out to Hardaway. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Clippers trail by 3. Pass to Zubac. Outside Harden. Duran with the rebound.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Now here's Thompson. And here's Harris outside. The offensive rebound. to the paint. Here's Thompson. Leonard pulls down the board.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And the shot goes down.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
Here's Hardaway. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Clippers trail by 3. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. James Harden picks one up. Detroit shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Outside Hardaway. Out to Harris. Pass to Thompson. Cunningham outside. The three-pointer off the mark. The Clippers trail. Now Harden. 15 points in the game.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Pass to Cunningham. Back to Hardaway. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Harden.
Substitution on the court.
Clock at 4. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go.
Pistons substitution.
Beasley for 3. Jones grabs the board. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my!
Throw that one up top. What a play. Kind of fun when you see his personality come out in this game like that.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. To the inside. Stolen by Harden. Ooh, poked away. And so the ball out of bounds. Beasley touched it last. 1:03 left in the third. Here's Dunn. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Three-pointer, Stewart. Coffey grabs the board. Clippers trail by 4. Right side, Harden. .32 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 2 points. That one goes. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Shot's good by Schroeder.
Really outstanding job by Schroeder there to go with the pull-up jump shot. If he's hitting those consistently, the defense might be in trouble.
Back to Harden. And there's the call on Dennis Schroeder. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
So it's Los Angeles now. Simmons. And slam dunk by Simmons.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
33.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. The Pistons leading. Outside Schroeder. Pass to Holland. Lets it fly. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard outside to take the lead. Count it! Leonard for 3.
Why typically solid from 3. You're not sure you want to leave him open like that.
Here's Beasley. Throws it up high. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Tipped away. Stolen by Schroeder. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Here's Simmons. Schroeder with a rebound.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Fontecchio outside. Pass to Schroeder. Inside. 5 on the clock.
Textbook pick and roll, great execution, and a slick pass from the German point guard.
Leonard on the wing. The 3. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Pistons lead by 5. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Nice move. Kawhi finishes inside. So good at the rim.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
They're just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Beasley for 3. And no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability. He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Pass to Stewart.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Fontecchio left side. Holland for 3. The rebound by Simmons. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. To tie it up. And there's another one for the Clippers.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Beasley outside. Back to Stewart. Out to Beasley. Outside Schroeder. Pass to Stewart. Wide open. An excellent opportunity here.
Seizing the lead right now would be huge.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Beasley outside. Fires from deep. Oh, he buried the 3. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats from the Pistons.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. Coach delivering an inspiring message to his team saying, quote, hey, we can...
Soaring above the rim, Cunningham.
You gotta love what Cade Cunningham, as a young star, is bringing to this game.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And here's Harden. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, Harden, a true creator when he has the ball in his hand.
It's both from the stripe.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Cunningham with the ball. And the jumper from the wing offline.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Now, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So the first one drops. And that brings him within 2 here. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
In a close contest, you have to put the ball in the hands of someone who will find a way to put up points. Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And so they foul intentionally.
James Harden. That's his 3rd personal foul.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2.
After Harden's assistance,
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3 ball.
Five ticks left in the fourth quarter. Harden from outside. He's off from 3. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
So it's Detroit picking up the win.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. We've got the Atlanta Hawks and the Toronto Raptors. Screen by Siakam. The drive by Lowry. Comes up empty down low. There's the drive. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Lowry. Here's Gasol. From down in the low post, it goes.
Sensational feel in the painted area. Get Gasol the ball. Let him use his size and intelligence to full advantage.
Here's Young. From the line. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now, here's Siakam. Back to Green. Off target from three-point range. Now Daniels. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Lowry with the ball. Okongwu covering. Gasol a screen. Leonard attacking. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
To the inside. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And so it's Atlanta with it. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam. Timeout. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, this is what Young is known for, a knockdown threat from downtown.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Raptors off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. Inside, here's Gasol. Misses from short range. The Hawks with a quick start to this game. Young inside. And it's Lowry with the rebound. And the Raptors with possession. Takes it out to Leonard. Knocks down the three ball. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Puts it up from 15. Atlanta with the rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And there's the drive. LeVert with the wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
Lowry. It's deflected. They retain possession. Green inside the three-point line. He can't get that one to fall. The Hawks leading by 5. Pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Siakam. He has yet to score. To the left side wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Love how confident Siakam is. He knows his strengths offensively and plays to them.
And stolen by Siakam. There's Green with the three. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. LeVert in the corner. Here's Gay. Shot clock at 6. Okongwu's shot is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Gasol. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Young fires away from outside. And that does it for the first quarter. Hawks ahead, up 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Here's LeVert. And he converts the layup. LeVert's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Anunoby outside. Into the lane. And Anunoby slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Three-pointer, LeVert. No good that time. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing here by 8. Here's Leonard. A ferocity inside by Leonard.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Pass to Barlow. Now here's LeVert. 5 points in the game. 5 on the clock. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Leonard with no one around. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Here's LeVert. Gasol with the defensive effort. Raptors trailed by 5. Pass to Anunoby. To the middle. Leonard. Confident inside.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Outside Leonard. Back to Lowry. Siakam controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And watch Siakam just spring up for those offensive boards. Athletic ability gets him to the ball so fast.
Here's Young. Siakam pulls it in.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Leonard looking around. Misses in close. The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Young. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Here's Young. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Knocked away. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And it's Green with the jam.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Pass to Okongwu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Daniels with it. Just 5 on the clock. And he drives in.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Screen by Siakam. Down low. And a missed layup. The Hawks leading by 5.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
In the corner, Daniels. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
The ball goes to Atlanta.
Young for 3. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Gay. A wide open look here for Okongwu. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Hawks ball.
Atlanta leading by 7. Young with the ball. On the wing, Daniels. Drills it from outside. Daniels has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Hawks. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Hawks ball.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
And here's Young from the arc.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
To the left wing. Here's Okongwu. Trains the 3-pointer. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks. That'll be a 5-second call.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter. but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
And easy to admire Young's confidence. Knows he has the ability to drain it from way outside.
Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Launches a three. Another three for Atlanta.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in.
Who's got ball?
And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Young's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And we tend to focus on the outside shooting with Young, but his in-between game is just as lethal.
Tries a three off the inbound. And the three ball is good. Young's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier.